Understanding my community, Riverside USD 114. Sociological inventory. Starting off with Elwood, Kansas, the population is 1,203 people. They are about 21.8% living in poverty, and most of the people there work in manufacture. Most of the time it's either right there on the river or across the river over in Missouri in St. Joe. Elwood, Kansas is about 84% white, about 7% black, about 4% Latino, about 4% have 2 or more races, 0.2% Asian, 0.2% other, and 0.9% American Indian. The other town that makes up the Riverside community would be Wathena, Kansas. That population is 1,319 people. 10.4% are living in poverty, and again, they're mainly manufacturer workers. And in that, again, usually either in Elwood or different towns across the river in St. Joe. Wathena is made up about almost 96% white, 1.3% black, about 1% Latino or Hispanic, about 1.5% 2 or more races, and only 0.3% is American Indian. Customs and traditions. We have multiple generation families. Usually, if they start off there, they continue to live there. They have the fall festival, usually in about September around Labor Day weekend. And both towns are very sport oriented. They enjoy volleyball, basketball, baseball, football, softball, wrestling, and track. I know that's what we have in our community, but sometimes they go outside and play other sports as well. Population characteristics. So we have a primary school, which is pre-K through 2nd grade, which is in Wathena. We have 117 boys, 100 girls, making a total of 217 students in our primary. Then we go to intermediate, which is in Elwood, and we have 68 boys, 62 girls, making a total of 130 students, 3rd through 5th grade. Our middle school, 6th through 8th grade, is also in Elwood. We had 56 boys, 70 girls, making a total of 126 students in the middle school. Then our high school, 9th through 12th grade, is over in Wathena. We had 83 boys, 80 girls, making a total of 168 students in our high school. Communication channels. So we have a newspaper that kind of goes over the whole community, Doniphan County, which is called the Chief newspaper. We get a lot of our school cancellation on K2. And then Facebook groups, we have a school Facebook group to communicate, and I do know that Elwood and Wathena both have community Facebook groups to help out with information. On top of all of that, we do have our school website that tries to stay posted as well. Community groups. In both communities, you have church groups, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts. We have the Board of Education. Backpack Buddies goes throughout the school. We have Lions Club, which also does Lions Quest for us at the school. I know that they have American Legions and Chambers of Commerce. Leadership. So, of course, in Kansas, we have the Governor, Laura Kelly. Wathena is Mayor John Clark. I could not find the mayor for Elwood. I don't know if they have one. District, our superintendent is Bob Blair. We do not have a assistant superintendent or anything like that, and Bob Blair will be stepping away from our district, I believe sometime July or August. Wasn't sure of the new superintendent's name. Characteristics, the picture is of our current school superintendent. He is financially considerate, We are trying to stay under budget. He's constantly mentioning that, watching our budget. He also got us some more tax money to be able to produce and help with roof leaking and bus rusting, things like that. He's an advocate for our community, and he is intelligent with what he does. Economic conditions. Elwood, the median income is $40,000, about. The median household value to buy a house would be $61,913, and the median gross rent is only $657. For Wathena, the median income is about $47,000. The median household value is $115,274. The median gross for rent is $677. Political structure. So for the political structures, politics and education, that kind of go together because we have to deal with funding. And with the funding, that also helps with our curriculum, to get books, anything like that, to also tell us what standards and curriculums we need to be doing. Locally, we just got a levy, which raised tax monies for so many years to be able to help with some of our situations because we are a poorer school district than normal. Social tension. So in the schools, we have the cliques, just like normal schools. I realize it because I'm in the middle school, so I see some of those socially or race related. There's not much to deal with that. We do have an Elwood versus Wathena. I've noticed that the two towns don't always get along. It is always Wathena believing they're better than Elwood. In a lot of situations, they do seem to compete sometimes when you're talking about where someone lives. The school also, they're not in our league, but they do not care for Troy. It's a town that's less than probably 15 minutes away from the towns. Extra source of information. The school uses Infinite Campus for our records. That has all our records for the students, as well as staff. The staff inventory can also be found on the school website. And for any surveys we do for the school, it's usually through Google Survey. We've also connected, at least our middle school parents, with our Google Classrooms, or at least we did. I believe we'll probably continue on connecting our parents with Google Classroom. Power and structure, so it goes through our superintendent, then our principals. We only have 3 principals in the district, then our school board, and then to the public. Multicultural issues, lack of diversity in the district. If you notice, our numbers with race are kind of lower on other race. Everything we hand out is in English. We've never had problems that I've known of. We don't have English as a second learner in our school. We don't even have teachers for that for right now, from what I'm understanding. Our dress code doesn't usually go against any race. It does have a lot more for females, which makes other things difficult. And then the only other issue we ran into this year was bandanas or headbands for boys. They weren't allowing them. They weren't allowing bandanas even as headbands for females. Measuring public opinion. So we have surveyed for public before, and usually that survey is through Google Classroom, or not Google Classroom, Google Surveys. We send them out, everything like that. The board is open to the public as well for their opinion. They can always call, email the superintendent or the principals as well. Public opinion survey. Google survey is the only one I know. We send this out through email. We send it out through social media. We also do an all call to tell parents that the surveys are there, to check their email, to check online, anything like that. And that is it. Thank you.